I'm Irina Herzon, and I teach agroecology in the University of Helsinki, Finland. And this is my pleasure to welcome you to this unique course. It has been created for the first time by a team of dedicated teachers across Europe who work together in a project called RURuP, and it is funded by Erasmus Plus program that aims at enhancing teaching and collaboration across Europe. So when we speak about agricultural production, we usually have in mind those vast monoculture fields, but this is not all what it is there. All across Europe and indeed the world, there are also landscapes that are used for production, and yet they retain extremely diverse natural and cultural context. So they are kind of on the continuum from intensive agricultural system and then natural system that is open, such as savanna or steppe. So there, for example, bedrock on calciferous soils in West Island, and then could be all the way to the Pannonian secondary steppe of Hungary, which is called puszta, and then from the coastal pastures and hay meadows of the Northern Europe, all the way to unique agroecosystems of the Iberia, Dehesas in Spain or Montados in Portugal, again from the heather pastures of the Atlantic coast to all the way up to the Alps and their pastures. And there are many more systems that are available. So this is what this course is about. You will know more about them during the course, and the focus will be on their sustainable development. In this very brief introduction to the course, I will just outline you what this course might give you and how we're going to work together in it. So it is our hope as teachers that once completed this course, you will gain a broad understanding of social, environmental, and economic characteristics of those peripheral rural areas. You will recognize their needs and opportunities for sustainable development. You will also gain understanding of stages and key elements of the innovation process, and specifically participatory innovation process. You will become aware of the variety of existing innovations of relevance across Europe. And the last but not the least, you will be able to practice collaborative work online and also in English for those who is not native in this tongue. Additionally, this course will give foundational knowledge for a much more interactive and creative learning event in the summer school that is prepared by this project in August 2022. In this course, we will work through 6 modules. They are designed to present an innovation process, a generic innovation process. There can be different ones, but this is the one that is applicable to our case. So we'll go all the way from identifying the need for a change, then creating the basis for the process, creating then innovations, implementing them, and then all the way to transfer and dissemination of such innovations. And the very last module will be about your personal reflection and also grading of the course. And what is important to remember is that each next module is designed to build on your previous work. So the results of one module will feed into the next one or then some others ahead of you. So they're all connected, and it's important not to skip any single step. Innovation is a difficult process. That's what we learn ourselves when we engaged with this. It's messy, it's all open-ended. There are many dead ends in it. Not everything works out, lots of frustration, etc. But to have a process, to have an understanding of general process, how to approach it, and how to systematically work through it really helps. So each of you will choose one peripheral rural area, the case, to work with. And we expect those of you who come from a specific country will choose your own country to work with closely. So there are these countries across Europe, and as I mentioned, you will be able to learn deeper about your own case, but also you will be able to exchange information and context from different countries across the course. So you will know what innovations exist elsewhere. So all of these cases, what we call, come from real world expertise, because some of teachers in the course worked with those areas and innovations in them for decades. So these are not theoretical cases, they're not created artificially just for this course. This is actual actors, actual situations, actual problems. And each case is also structured in 4 parts that are logically present this case, and it's worth following them as they presented to you. So in the module 2, you will go and work with part A of the case and so forth. So step by step. In each module, you will get material such as recorded presentations and reading of your case, maybe some links. You will run self-assessment in Moodle, very simple, sort of multiple choice questions or others, just to check that you understood everything, especially if you work in a foreign language, that's important. There will be one submission each week that will will engage you to work deeper and more creatively with your case. And that will not be graded. The only thing that you will get on it is feedback, either from other students or from teachers. And then in the end of the course, in module 6, what you will do is to compile those submissions into individual portfolio. And if you want to improve any of the parts of this portfolio at that stage, based on feedback or some additional learning, or maybe you have more time at this stage, whatever, you're welcome to improve it and then submit the final portfolio. And that will be the only basis for grading your performance in the course. There will be quite a lot of self-guided work. It's an online course, and the tasks, as I mentioned, will be engaging you actively with the course to explore the case, to analyze the situations, to synthesize some knowledge, work with others. So we hope, even if we work online, it will be fairly engaging, and it will require systematic work. There is no exam in the end of the course, but you will need to work with it week by week. And it may prove quite time-consuming, but as a team of teachers, we carefully calculated the expected number of hours to work with this course. Of course, some of us need more time and some less, depending on many things. But approximately, the number of credits that you're getting from the course should correspond to the number of hours that you're putting in it. So that's one of the things that you have to keep in mind. Don't spend the whole week just reading through one piece. You have to also manage your own time. Why we're doing it this difficult way? I guess this is mainly because as educators, we look at or follow the situation, a very active discussion of what learning is about and what are skills and competences that employers will require from graduates from the university. And these are less and less those factual information that you have to memorize in the university, because this information is readily available from elsewhere. You can find it from online or other sources. And it's more and more important that you have career skills such as ability to self-guide your learning or your work, to manage a project, and also those learning innovation skills that are called 4 C's, critical thinking, for example. What information that you're gaining is trustworthy, is reliable, because there is just so much of it, and not all of it is all that high quality. There's a lot of misinformation as well. Also the skills of a communication within your own discipline, but also increasingly across the disciplines and also with other actors in the society. So collaboration skills with those other actors, and also creativity, so ability to apply the knowledge that you gain in one place to a new context, to a new situation, to a new task in a creative way, ability to solve problems. And of course, work with information and media and technology, such as online learning, for example, online work generally. And the final thing that is being stressed a lot is the awareness of future graduates with some cross-cutting issues that we're all facing, such as awareness of the global processes, of the entrepreneur abilities, literacy on civic processes and health, and increasingly environmental literacy. So in this course, we're trying really as much as we can ourselves to address these needs of future working life. And also guided by just knowledge of how human brains work and how human minds process information and how we learn. We also think that learning is a construction process. It's not something that you copy from someone's, and teaching is not just pouring knowledge into an empty head. So we are doing it together through active engagement, through our activities. So it's not much about what teachers do, but what students do, learners do. So it does need active exploration, and we try to build up this course, being fully aware that it's not an easy way of doing things. And finally, already during this small project that we have, last year, we made a survey, or conducted a survey of potential employers in these 10 cases that we have, 10 countries. And we asked them what skills and competencies these future employers expect from university graduates in our universities that come potentially to their working places, and how they can engage with sustainability issues. And what was stressed again, skills to self-direct work, solve case studies or projects, to manage goals and time, to explore situations, to be a self-aware learner. Also skills in cooperation, such as building partnerships, work collaboratively with others when you have shared objectives. Skill of negotiation, especially in conflict situations, which are not rare whenever you handle a difficult open-ended situation. Practical knowledge was also stressed, so the need to really be able to look at real-life problems and work with them rather than just theoretical understanding. And skills on managing projects. And indeed, this course for you can be as a mini project. And in this course, you can practice those skills of time management and having your own personal learning objectives and goals and how to proceed towards them. So do practice them. So we designed in this course all learning activities to support those learning objectives and to indeed to address those needs of future employers, so that it's effective and active learning, even if it is online. We also designed the assessment so that you can actively work the material. You don't have to memorize all the facts. There is no, again, exam to check facts, but also that it is realistic in terms of workload. And for this, we need also your management of time. And we hope it will be technically feasible, because for many of us, teaching online is still a new experience and we're only learning how to do it better and better. But that's something that will stay with us. It will not disappear anytime soon. And so, warm welcome from myself and from the whole team of the course.